This is the JJ Movie / 2 Show / Game Reviews. And right now I'm doing my top 10 sci-fi movies, science fiction movies. And right now, let's start off with number 10. Number 10 is none other than Blade Runner. Here's the thing. I enjoy Harrison Ford's all his movies. The Indiana Jones, the freaking him as Han Solo in the Star Wars series. And there's no exception to Blade Runner. I love him in Blade Runner. I loved how the Blade Runner, the city of the future for us, and how it looks so awesome. I love the special effects in this movie. The guns, they're okay. They have a great soundtrack, a great story. Blade Runner is really a special film. It's not something like I would love for the rest of my life and to say, oh, this is a classic. But it's definitely one of Harrison Ford's best memorable movies, and I enjoyed this movie tremendously. So yeah, number 10. Number 9. Stargate. If y'all know me, I'm a big Stargate fan, and here's the thing though. Stargate in this one, basically there are two characters. Daniel Jackson, who is an archaeologist who believed the pyramids of Egypt were actually landing pads for aliens. And in Egypt, they find a big ring circle, and they decipher it, and they set it up, and they realize it could travel to other galaxies. He's also joined with a military expedition to go through this gate. One is Colonel Jack O'Neill, who's a little sarcastic, a tough mind, and a very suicidal man. He just lost his child, and he's very suicidal. And his orders are basically behind words: if you find any threat, just detonate a bomb and destroy the entire thing so they'll never ever go back to it. And what is great about this, that we learn out that the Egyptians, what happened over there, and not only did they not build the pyramids, but they were ruled by the Egyptian god Ra, who's actually real, but who basically is this big alien god with glowing eyes. And he's just not an alien god, basically in human form, but he has glowing eyes, a deep voice, and basically commands his own people and drives them into slavery and for worshipfulness. He has a sarcophagus that could heal people, and he basically wants to destroy Earth now that Earth knows about him. And he wants to send it as a threat. And later on in the TV series, you get to find out more of the history and more of everything about Stargate. And it's really, really great. This entire Terminator. Yes, Terminator. Oh, wait, here's the thing first. First of all, I won't have any, if there's like a movie trilogy or anything like that, I'm only going to have one. Like Star Wars, I'm going to have one for the originals and one for the prequels. For Star Trek, I'll have one for the originals, or one from the originals, one from Next Generation, or one from the new version, our time now. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, number 8, Terminator. Terminator really brought out a great aspect of what the future of what happens if our machines turn against us. Well, actually, they wanted to kill us, destroy us. And basically, the machines basically are fighting against the human resistance on the near future Earth. And basically, the machines are nearly killing us, except one man can stop them, and that's John Connor. So, the machines, before they lose the war, they're sending one of their best assassins, Arnold Schwarzenegger, a machine, basically to find John Connor's mother and kill her before John Connor gets born alive and gets born, and so the rebellion won't ever start. So they send him back in time, and the rebels know about this plan, so they send one of theirs back in time to stop him. His name is Kyle Reeves. And Kyle Reeves is trying to basically protect Sarah Connor from this machine, Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, the Terminator, so before they terminate them. It's all about the story of, can they stop the future? Will the machine stop the future from happening? Can we really do what's or will love prevail above all? Will the desire of a human being always stand still? And it's always great to see what a futuristic guy is like in a past time. So I enjoyed this film tremendously, and it's number 8 on my list. Now, number 7. Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan is one of my favorite of the old one. It's definitely my favorite of the old ones. One, because it had a great villain, Khan, and not Arnold Schwarzenegger, sorry, William Shatner. I just love him as an actor. Loved him in this one. I enjoy Spock tremendously in this entire movie. It's one of the best sequels of all times, in my opinion, and not just in science fiction, in all time. It's a great story. Kind of sad in a way. And I really enjoyed this movie tremendously. I'm not a big Star Trek fan. I'm more of a Stargate and Star Wars fan. But I have to admit, this movie was really good. I really enjoyed this movie. So yeah, number 7 on the list. Number people, you're all gonna hate me for rating this above Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan, especially Star Trek fans. Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. This is my favorite of the prequels. One, it expanded the universe of the original Star Wars original trilogy and brought something a lot new. One, we get to see a new Jedi Council. We get to see the Jedi Council, how they worked, what's their main planet that they work on, Corsicans, or whatever you want to call it. You get to see a young Obi-Wan, who is actually a believable Obi-Wan, who is played by Ewan McGregor. His master, which is Qui-Gon Jinn, which I totally believe that is Obi-Wan's master, if anything, who's played gracefully by Liam Neeson, who's a tremendous actor. You could see the border how Darth Vader was when he was a child. He lived on the same planet, Tatooine, just like his son Luke Skywalker did. You get to see pod racing, which is always cool. Yes, Jar Jar Binks is the most annoyingest thing in sci-fi history, but I enjoy him. I don't enjoy him. I enjoy this movie tremendously also because of the fight scenes. And this one, it has a great choreography fight scene with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn versus the Sith at Darth Maul. Darth Maul's really a cool assassin Sith. Doesn't let you go down. The first double-bladed lightsaber, you get to see how the time was before the Empire. It was a democracy. There was a time of choice. Back then, Empire, you talked, you're going to die. And it was really great to see the paths of the Star Wars. So yeah, number 6. And if you have any complaints about this, go to Minority Report. Minority Report starts Tom Cruise in this basically futuristic world where basically cops can know everything about basically the cops can know every single crime before it happens. Basically, they arrest people for the future murder of somebody that never really happened yet. So no murder has taken place yet. A world without murder. And its entire plan is set upon by 3 people who are basically have visions or sidekicks, basically, and they're just really drugged up and they're just basically used by the government. And Colin Farrell, who's in this movie, is trying to bring this thing down. They said, oh, this thing has to be flawed in some possible way. Tom Cruise is devoted to this because his child was killed, and if this project was still around, his child would still be alive, so he's dedicated to this. He's a cop. And it's a big twist turn when they say the next person who's going to kill someone is Tom Cruise's character. So Tom Cruise on the one, trying to prove his innocence that he ain't going to kill nobody. It's all about twists and turns, ultimate truth about the entire everything he knows. And so yeah, number 5 on the list. It's a great twist. It's a great twist and turn movie. I enjoyed this movie. Serenity. Wow, because I love Firefly. It's one of my favorite sci-fi TV shows of all time, and they brought it back after like a good 3 years, and I was so happy about it. Sad to say that some of the actual main characters die in this one. Serenity is just basically it plays right off the show Firefly. So basically about the Lions and their ultimate tool of what really happened. What's the story behind the Reavers? What's the story between River, what they did to her, why they messed her up, what has she found out, why she's like that, is she a total killing machine badass? Hell yeah, she is. Her brother's always there for her, that's always good. And yes, they do wrap up most things in this, but I think they could have took a better approach to some things, but then again, they only have like a small budget, because they canceled Firefly. I don't know, Fox has terrible taste. They canceled Firefly. I don't know why they did that after 1 season and only 14 episodes. They had to bring it back because the fans wanted it back. And the guy who made this was also Josh Whedon, who basically made the Buffy the Vampire, the Angel series. And he made Avengers in this one, so everyone loves him now, of course. He makes money. So yeah, that's number 4 on the list. Serenity. A great, great film. Check it out. Star Trek. The new one and made in 2009, I believe. This one, it has a new Captain Kirk, a younger Captain Kirk, a younger Spock, and it really brought a lot about the old series of the TV shows. And yes, this guy is no Captain Kirk like William Shatner, but he's a good one. It has a great story. The special effects is amazing. The beauty of it. The soundtrack is awesome. Lots of great supporting characters. I like Zoe Sandel in this movie. She's great in this one. Everyone knows their parts in this one, and it just comes all together. And it's a great, it's a great classic one in my opinion. So I'm gonna put this at number 3 on the list. Number 2 is none other than District 9. My God, I love District 9. The originality of this entire story is unbelievable. Basically, it's like not like a camera just going right in front, but basically it's like a little like a news report thing. Like what happens if aliens actually landed here? What happens if we put them in this place? What if we have broadcast it all, propaganda and all that stuff? Basically, basically a news guy. Oh, this was made by Peter Jackson, and who made the Lord of the Rings film, and this was such a great film. It's basically when one man who basically is the instructor, basically, of all this stuff, he knows the language of these aliens, and these aliens have high-tech technology. Their ship is above there. They're living in a place called District 9, which is one of many districts that basically cover the aliens during this little place in Africa. And the aliens look very much like insect-like creatures. They have the ability to talk. They're able to communicate with the humans. Basically, this one guy, he accidentally becomes infected for some odd reason. He starts to become into one of those alien things. So the government wants him. They're using him. His wife is wondering, and his family's wondering, what happened to him? What's going on? He's trying to get back to the way he was. He escapes from the government, who basically are using his half DNA to actually use the weapons and to make it better. They don't care if they have to dissect him or anything like that. They don't care about him as a human being. But he's meeting these things called the prongs. That's the name of the aliens. Basically, a father and he wants to get his son out, basically. And he said I'll switch you back, basically, if you could get us out of here, off this planet. Or get these materials so we could get off this planet. And it's basically on a big ship, and it's also about going home. And it also leaves you a question if there will be a District 10 or another District 9 sequel. And I love this film. There's only one that is truly the greatest. One of my favorite movies of all time. Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. Do I need to say how great this movie is? Do I really need to say? Okay, I'll say. Han Solo is amazing in this. Him and Princess Leia have their great chemistry between each other. The Battle of Hoth is amazing. Luke Skywalker's finding more. He had a great fight scene with Darth Vader compared to the crappy one in New Hope. I Am Your Father, Darth Vader, is actually Luke Skywalker's father. It's amazing. It's awesome. Meet more people, more the expanded universe. We see Yoda for the first time. Yoda training Luke Skywalker. Different planets, Dagobah, Hoth, the Cloud City. We see Lionel Calrissian for the first time. Funny ass stuff. Boba Fett makes an appearance in this. What more can you ask for a Star Wars film? Oh, the Emperor makes an appearance in this for a short while, but still chilling. This entire film is amazing. I love it. I have the Blu-ray copy. I love Empire Strikes Back. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. So yeah, that's my top 10 sci-fi movies of all time. Let me know what y'all think. This is the JJ Movies TV show / game reviews. Soon I'll be doing an Uncharted game review.